Hey everyone! I am here to do a quick video, hopefully, for our wig sister, Laura. So Laura and I have been messaging back and forth a little bit. She had some questions about purchasing wigs, and so we had some chats back and forth, and she just got Jamison in the mail and had some questions about what she should or shouldn't do with Jamison right out of the box, because Jamison had a zigzag part and just, she's afraid to mess it up. And so I thought I would just do a quick video on some things that you can do with a wig, whether it's straight or curly, right out of the box. I know that I show this in a lot of my videos. I show this in the out of the box look, but sometimes it's hard to find which videos did I talk about that in, which didn't I. So this video is exclusively about some things that you can and should do when you first get a wig out of the box. Before I do that though, I am going to tell you that I have on Henry Margu Harper in the color 33H. I did a review on Harper, and oh my gosh, I love Harper. I forgot how much I love Harper. I think I did a review on Harper. I better look that up. I know that I posted something out on social media back in the end of September, I believe it was. It's February right now, and middle of February. I wore this wig to my son's football game, and I was a little nervous because I had never worn a wig like this before in front of this particular group of people, and I didn't really think any of them knew I wear wigs. This is youth football. These are kind of moms that I didn't really know, and so I was stepping out of my comfort zone. I actually haven't worn Harper since then because I just don't wear long wigs. Oh my gosh, I actually pulled her out tonight because I'm going through my wigs and trying to decide which ones to sell, which ones to keep. And I was thinking maybe I would sell, I might be out of focus here, that I might sell Harper. Oh my gosh, but I put her on. I don't know if I can sell Harper. I don't wear wigs this long. They're just too long for me and I get so hot. But anyway, I'm segueing and I shouldn't, but I just wanted to tell you guys, I love Harper. She's gorgeous. You can amp her up. She has permatease, but she's beautiful. But that's not why I'm here. So let's talk about why I'm here. Okay, so you get a wig out of the box and the part is crisscross. I don't actually have one to show you right now, but imagine with me, the part has got the crisscross part. You're not sure if you can take a comb to Harper to the wig. You don't know if you should shake the wig. You feel like you've got a baby chick. You're just afraid to do something to hurt this wig because you're just not experienced. So first of all, it's really hard to hurt these synthetic fibers unless you're using improper product, heat improperly, wearing them and getting them all rubbed on your clothes. I mean, there's ways to damage synthetic fibers, but it's not like as easy as breaking an egg. So first of all, don't feel like you have to handle the brand new wig with kid gloves. Now, if you aren't sure you're going to keep the wig and you might return it, then yes, be careful. Don't undo the crisscross part. Don't shake it out. Those things you want to reserve for wigs that you are going to keep. But let's just assume you pulled the wig out and you are going to keep the wig, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example. I have a straight wig and I have a curly wig. They're somewhat the same and somewhat different for how I handle them. So right here I have Belle Tress Bellissima. And so Belle Tress Bellissima, it's a straight bob. If her part were crisscross, which it's not because I've worn Bellissima a lot, I really like Bellissima, then you can work on getting that part undone. First of all, what I would do with any wig out of the box, whether it's straight or whether it's curly, is I would at least give it a gentle shake. Depending on what we're dealing with and how much box hair there might be, I might give a real vigorous shake. Just doing this isn't going to hurt your wig. It's really not going to hurt your wig. So that's okay to do. But then once I've shaken it out, what I do next will depend on how the wig looks. So let me take off Harper, which I'm kind of glad to do because I'm getting really hot right now. And I'll just throw Bellissima on. Okay, so you get the wig on, and then for sure if it's a straight wig, you want to comb out the wig. You want to straighten out the fibers, comb her out, get her situated on your forehead correctly. One of the ways to do that is 4 fingers from the eyebrows to where the lace should go. Then that's a good gauge if you don't have a hairline. If you have a hairline, just make sure you're pulling it up to your hairline, and that's where that lace should go. All right, so you get it combed out. You notice the part is zigzagged. So you can just take your comb and you can straighten that part out. Now she's not, but if she were, just work with that. Some parts are easier to straighten out than others. It depends on how dense they are, you know, how much they want to remain in that zigzag, any of those things. So you might have to take it off and play with it. You might have to use a rat tail comb to really try to get those fibers where you want them. And let's just say, you know, you do that and she looks fine. That's all you have to do. But if it seems really flat in some places and poofy in others, or it seems like there's some crimping, then what you might need to do is you might need to take a spray bottle of water, spray the fibers down all over. This is not going to hurt. Water will not hurt your synthetic wig at all. Spray, spray, spray. You might spray a little, you might soak it. And then what I typically do is I then shake my wig upside down while it's wet. I either stick my fingers through the wefting and just go like this. This is one way to do it. You can take it by the nape and just shake it like that. It's kind of all personal preference. So then I do that. If this is a curly wig, okay, so I'll shake it out like that. And then if it seemed really flat, I would hang it by the tag on my towel rack, and I just use these hooks. These are laundry hooks. You can get them anywhere. I got these on Amazon. I have a few blue ones back there that my mom gave me like 25 years ago when I first moved, probably longer than that, when I first got out of college. I just put it right on the tag, the wig tag, if you still have the tag on there, and then I go and I hang it like that. If you cut the tag off, you can hang it by the nape. That just gets a little trickier because you don't want to create kinks in the fibers under here. So it's great if you have a tag on here to hang it by. So that's what I would do if I really needed it to get some more body. If it really wasn't that flat, I might stick it on a wig head depending on how wet I got it. Most of the time though, if I have to wet a wig down, I'm gonna hang it upside down for at least a little while. If it's a curly wig, the one more step that I take with it after I've shaken it out, gotten it wet, shaken it out, is I scrunch. I scrunch and I scrunch and I scrunch. And then I hang it by the tag on my towel rack. I very rarely comb out my curly wigs at first, at least. Some of them, my Girl Monos, this is Girl Mono. This is my original Girl Mono. I've had this Girl Mono for a year and 4 months. She has been worn so much. I still wear this one. I mean, she doesn't look as good as she did, but I think she looks like normal people's hair, especially like weekend hair where you didn't really do it, especially if you have curly hair, you kind of finger combed it. I wear this Girl Mono still all the time. I have a backup Girl Mono. I still haven't ever taken her out. So this wig is well worn and still going strong. But I don't comb them out at first. I try to just shake, spray, and scrunch, and then see what I've got with the curl, because I really like curly wigs and I don't want to relax the curl too much until I have assessed things. So let me give you an example of another wig. This over here is Julianne. Julianne's wet because I just did this with her before I decided I was going to quick do this video. But Julianne, I have not reviewed Julianne. I got this one from a wig sister, and this is a petite cap. And so I'm excited to review and talk about how the petite hand tied fits me compared to the regular hand tied, which I have in Christy. But this Julianne, the curls weren't working for me. And so I did comb. So after I'd assessed that and realized I'm not getting her to look the way I want, I did comb this Julianne out with a wide tooth comb, and then I sprayed her down very well, got her very wet, did the shake like I showed you guys, scrunched her a lot while she was wet, and now she's over there hanging to dry. So she's quite wet right now. And so I'm gonna see what I have with Julianne once she's dry and see if that helps her. So that's really all I came on here for my brand new wig wearing sisters. I remember, let me tell you a quick story. So when I first started wearing wigs, so it would have been it was a year ago in the end of September, this past end of September. So we're coming up on a year and a half here that I've been wearing wigs. I remember it was literally like I forgot how to do things. And so I just thought I could do it wrong. And I got to tell you guys, you can't do this wrong. You really can't. It's a lot of this is personal preference. But I was like, do I need to wear a wig cap? Will it hurt my hair if I don't wear a wig cap? How do I put a wig on? I remember watching Amber from Fabricating Fringe. She was one of the YouTube reviewers that I watched, just binge watched, along with Taz and a few others. But I remember watching Amber put her wig on camera, and I literally started to cry because here she was showing me how to put a wig on, and she didn't even know she was doing it. That, my friends, is why I take my wigs off on camera, to show you the cap, and why I put them back on, because I know how important it is to see everything, especially in the beginning. It's so harder than it really needs to be, but it is what it is. It's so hard. And so just even the simple task of watching me do this and then adjust it, get the ear tabs in place, get this in place, straighten it, kind of run my fingers through it, and then suddenly it looks great, is huge. That, and just seeing all this, because this is real life, and I'm here with you guys doing this because this is real life. But anyway, so that's just what I wanted to show you. So don't be afraid to shake your wigs out. Don't be afraid to change the part. Don't be afraid to use water on your wigs, to scrunch the curl in your wigs. All of those things will not harm your wig. And then you might need to move on to using a little product in your wig, or maybe sometimes I have to soak a wig in a sink full of water. If spraying with water doesn't quite get it to look the way I want it to look, I may need to soak it. So there's lots and lots of things you may need to do. Wigs aren't always easy, and they're not always shake and go, but don't be afraid to really play around and mess with them, mess with the part, put some product in and scrunch it, put some product in and smooth it, comb through it with a wide tooth comb. There's just lots and lots of things you can do to try to make a wig look good. Sometimes it just needs to sit on a wig head for a little while and relax. So maybe you put it on a wig head for a few days and then come back to it. Sometimes it's our expectations around how a wig's gonna look on us, and you may need to walk away for a month, or maybe you try it on once a week until you just don't think anything's changing for you. I have sold so many wigs that I know I could wear now. I just didn't give them enough time. So that's my 2 cents. And again, I thought this was gonna be quick. I don't know how to make quick videos anymore. I hope this was helpful. If this didn't answer, if you are a new wig wearer who is really struggling with how to handle wigs out of the box, if you have more questions than this, please let me know. But start here and then see how it goes. You will get more experience. It will get easier. I promise you, it will get easier. But it will take patience and exposure. I got better at this quicker than most because I was stupid in the beginning and spent huge amounts of money. I spent so much money on wigs. I just bought, like I had 2 weeks to live or something and $1 million to blow. I don't recommend that method, but exposure does help. And so definitely be patient with yourself. Make sure you're trying wigs on multiple times because that does make a difference. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know if you have questions. Please let me know if this was helpful and if there's anything else you'd like to see on this kind of similar topic, and I'll do what I can for you. All right, talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the weekend.